Folks, hey, welcome back. It's Commander Curtis. A really interesting story coming out of New England. Up there in the Northeast, we lived, the Admiral and I, in Mystic, Connecticut. Absolutely loved it. I came from Tucson, so when I was in Mystic, it was kind of painful for me. And, a lot of folks up there struggle. Up there, the struggle is with the cold. Down here, the struggle is in the summertime with the heat. So up there in that area, there's a major grid operator. It's like six state authority, and one of the main things that they struggle with is the idea of natural gas. So think about this for a moment. All of the homes up there during the winter are trying to heat themselves. And how are they heating themselves? Well, they can do it with electric power with heat pumps. They can do it with electric furnaces, which really, they do it with old timer furnaces that burn oil, and then they've got these trucks that drive around and fill your oil tanks, and then they've got natural gas. And natural gas is pretty popular. So here you are in the summer months with essentially no homes using natural gas. And then when the winter comes, it's like everybody turns their heaters on at the same time, and this demand for natural gas suddenly spikes. And so that competes with the power plant. Now, I lived up there and I kind of struggle. What do I want the gas to go to, right? If there's a decision that has to be made about, hey, we only have so ever much natural gas, where does it going to go? Where are you going to send it if you are responsible for all of those people up in that area where it's really, really cold, right? We know heat is no joke. Winter cold can also be no joke. And so, where would you send the natural gas? Would you send it to the homes so that they use it in their furnaces, or would you send it to the power plant so that at least they could keep power on? Well, all of those folks that don't have natural gas, or that have natural gas, would appreciate some electrical power so they can watch TV, I guess. But how are they going to heat their homes if they don't have an electric furnace? So, yeah, it's kind of a tough question. So, in the context of that as the background, the grid operators done several months study, pretty intense study, to go figure out what's going on. Now, in the region, there is a pair of power plants that in 2018 got a federal subsidy from the FERC granted, which essentially means that the federal government is paying extra money to those two power plants so that those two power plants can stay online so that they can keep that local grid protected, right? You could call it fuel security, right? So the power plant's not profitable. The power plant is considered one of the dirtiest in the region, but it's still on because the grid operator is saying, hey, if we lose that power source, the grid becomes too vulnerable. So the federal government steps in and says, well, we'll help you maintain it online. And so this study found that through the addition of rooftop solar, that they've added enough power supply to the grid that they don't need that power plant anymore. Now, some might argue that they are already planning on taking it offline because of the wind, right? That area actually has one of the nation's first large offshore wind power plants. And that's what I would say is no, it's not being taken down because it was already going to be taken down. It was going to be taken down because of the future wind. But now that the solar has arrived and they've studied it, boom. So this flies in the face. I often get distracted with arguing on the internet about the subject of renewables equals unreliables. They big oil's trying to conflate and discredit solar and wind with this idea that intermittent nature of solar and wind means unreliable. And this proves me right, them wrong. I don't know. Guys, I would love a thumbs up if you think I've earned it. Talk to you later. Bye.